But what exactly is climate change? Our planet's climate has changed throughout history, alternating between ice ages and warmer periods. Earth has been through at least 5 major ice ages, with the last one ending nearly 12,000 years ago. So if the climate has always changed, why is climate change such a big issue today? Since the start of the Industrial Revolution in 1760, Earth's average temperature has risen faster than ever before. This effect is known as global warming, and it's caused by the increase of greenhouse emissions from human activity. Greenhouse gases occur naturally on our planet, but human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels, agriculture, deforestation, and the decomposition of waste in landfills have increased the amount of greenhouse gases dramatically. Greenhouse gases act like a blanket around Earth, trapping the heat from the sun's rays. This is called the greenhouse effect.
A list of these greenhouse gases includes carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, halocarbons, and molecular hydrogen. Also, when humans breathe, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. They claim humans are one of the greatest dispensers of the dangerous greenhouse gas CO2. In summary, they claim that the amount of carbon dioxide being released by human activities need to be controlled and stopped.
Let's use the very basic illustrations and analogies. Human beings take in oxygen and emit carbon dioxide. Plants produce oxygen and they use carbon dioxide. Now, it's easy for us to know that we do emit carbon dioxide. All right? You have to study some more to realize that plants actually give up oxygen and use carbon dioxide. You can't just know, because you know you breathe. You inhale oxygen. You exhale carbon dioxide. But you don't see plants. You don't see that happening with plants. You don't know. You don't know by looking.
There's a scientific consensus, overwhelming, that climate change is real, that it at least partly man-made, that some action must be taken. Now, you've called it a conspiracy. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying that when you say that science is settled and the overwhelming scientific analysis comes to that conclusion, Frank, that is just not correct. I can remember back in about 2002 or 2003, when I first started finding out from scientists that the science is not there, and then all of a sudden it started rolling in, and I published in the Congressional Record not hundreds but thousands of scientists who disagree with the United Nations. Keep in mind, the scientists that are talking about, that's the United Nations that we're talking about. And there are many of them who were supposed to be taking part in that, and they were not allowed to do it because they didn't agree with what their consensus was.
So the hoax is about carbon emission. Oh, there's so much carbon emission. Yes, but you don't have a monopoly on science to be able to tell us that there will be no balance.
According to these doomsayers, the carbon dioxide we release into the atmosphere through such human activities like breathing, farming, cattle rearing, transportation, industrialization, and so on will destroy the world someday soon. The fake science behind this explains that the more greenhouse gases we have in the atmosphere, the warmer the planet gets, therefore resulting in droughts, food shortages, famines, floods, and the eventual mass extermination of all living species. Basically, you and I, simply being alive, will destroy the Earth, and therefore we must be controlled, or should I say the world's population must be drastically reduced.
And they have created several films. You know, they've come up with so many things to try to convince people about climate change. They gather all these politicians and business leaders, get them in a room and show them videos, you know, and those people sit down there and they say, it's real, it's real, it's real. So they say, we have to protect the environment. They're not trying to protect the environment. They're causing shortage of food.